Are you considering relocating to Atlanta? Here are the 5 things you should consider before packing the U-Haul.
So you're thinking about moving to Atlanta? Great choice. Best in class food, Southern culture, and amazing history.
Now guys, first thing you should consider when doing it is the multitude of neighborhoods. Don't just say you want to move to Atlanta. You need to know all of the ins and outs of the neighborhoods and the small island neighborhoods that make up not only the in-town area, but also the cities that are called OTP, outside the perimeter. Now what that means is the perimeter is I-285 that runs throughout on the outskirts of the in-town market. And so either you're in or out, depending on your living needs.
So with that being said, there's about 30 different in-town neighborhoods that you can choose from, and it's really cool to see each different neighborhood. Everyone's gonna have a different feel, charm, character, and it's great to actually come in and feel and see and tour each one of these neighborhoods before you select them.
And one of the things that is really great about the in-town market is, and that's everything inside the perimeter again, is the Atlanta Beltline. It's actually the first time that all of these small micro neighborhoods were able to connect without having to get in a car. You can walk or bike, sometimes scoot, and that's a great way for you to navigate this incredible metropolitan city. So traffic is number 2. Ryan?
So interesting story. I've been in Atlanta for probably 34 years now. And I can remember when I-75 was 2 lanes. Guess how many it is now? 16. So I've seen the exponential growth through the city and bringing all the neighborhoods together and connecting OTP to ITP. So it really depends on where you're going to be working and where we need to figure out, do you want to live in the same neighborhood or slash city, or do you want to commute in? Because traffic is fun.
Yeah. So speaking of personality trait, I actually never, my first 2 years living in Atlanta, I had the opportunity of not even jumping on the interstate. Being a in-town specialist, I basically navigated through the cities. But when we decided to branch out to the outside the perimeter market, because Ryan knows it so well, he introduced me to the interstate, and I still get off at exits that probably shouldn't. So highly recommend a GPS system. And GPS matters even if you know where you're going, because you can time the traffic. I think that certain routes will take you in different places, obviously. And so I think every day could be a different, tour for you. So
it really depends too on when you're going to work. I always say, heaviest traffic 7 to 9 p.m. and 4 to 7 in the evenings. So, are you working nights? We got to figure out traffic patterns. So when you're coming in looking at properties, I want you to actually drive the times that you're actually going to be going to work, so you can actually feel how traffic's going to affect your distance.
Yeah, because livability matters, and we don't want you living in your car. So we do have a transit system with inside. It's called MARTA. And so, but it's not like New York or Boston or Chicago. So it could be something to look up routes for that as well, depending on commute, but doesn't really go outside of the city proper. So our next segment is number 3. Green City, Big Energy. We are the city amongst the trees. It's really interesting because we have such a gorgeous skyline here in Atlanta, but what we take for granted, I think, is how many different varieties of trees and also how much of it. Allergy season can be a little bit crazy. What do you think, Ryan?
Get ready for April because everything turns yellow.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So we have a lot of great parks. Atlanta is one of the great attributes of Atlanta are the outdoor activities that can be done in the better climate. And one of them is just hanging out in Piedmont Park. We have parks all throughout these different neighborhoods, smaller little parks, but Piedmont is probably our most attended. It's right outside of the Midtown area, and it borders Midtown, Morningside, Virginia Highland, and Old Fourth Ward, kind of on the cusp of it. So, which makes it awesome. So if your friends live in Morningside and you're in Old Fourth Ward, you can all meet up, and it's an incredible green space.
How can they meet up?
they can meet up through the belt line or, you know, a scooter. So just be safe on those scooters. 7 feet tall, I'm not a fan. Also, a couple little fun facts about Piedmont Park. The guy that created it, he was the same person that did Central Park in New York. It was initially used as just a private leisure park and then was developed by said gentleman. And it's hosted world fairs. And again, it's probably our most visited because it's right at the heart of Atlanta. Anything else?
Skyline. You can, and to me, Piedmont Park has one of the best views of the skyline. You can really get a feel for everything because we're very vertical in the actual midtown area, and it's just really cool just to see all the different buildings and condo buildings.
And it's expanded quite efficiently and fast.
It changes. I feel like every day it changes. A new high-rise is going up. So
yeah, when you're coming down South 75 and you make a turn, though, it is breathtaking, especially at night. So Ryan and I both lived in Midtown Towers, and so also being in a condo up on the 10th to 15th floor has views of both Kennesaw Mountain and Stone Mountain, which we won't get into on this episode, but stay tuned for more information on that. So let's go into number 4, the housing market. So the housing market is very different. We have a lot of clients that live in different neighborhoods. They all have different needs. And the price points can be drastically different depending on certain variables, such as, you know, walkability, near the belt line, near schools, all of those different things. Those are the big things. The big 3, I would say, outside of the home are those amenities that most people desire. And there's so much to do in the metro Atlanta area that's different. That's a lifestyle choice. So anything, Ryan, on that?
yes. So I always like to get a feel for what people are looking for in a home. Do they want something with charm, character, something like a 1920s bungalow that's going to be a very specific neighborhood, or do you want something that's more modern, more new construction that's going to be, of course, in a separate neighborhood? So we really have to kind of gauge where your guys' preference. Also, going out and looking at houses, you may like something or think you may like something, and then you decide you don't and go a different direction. So it's so great to see all the different variations of homes in each neighborhood.
I also think we do have HOAs and non-HOAs, so if that's important to you. So I would put a local strategy. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to buy in Atlanta and then not have that strategy. And we're here for you to go ahead and outline what that strategy and roadmap looks like. So next is something that we love and we hate. It's a love-hate relationship. So number 5 thing to consider. Everybody thinks it's the South, but weather, culture, and lifestyle. I'm going to talk on the lifestyle portion of it. I love the lifestyle of Atlanta. It is a metropolitan city. There are, you know, world-class things happening here constantly. I believe that we just got the Super Bowl. We also are hosting FIFA this year. So super exciting. That's at our new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it just depends. If you're more of an out and about, you may be closer to the in-town market. Whereas, you know, if you're love the quieter, I'm going to go dine out and go back home, then that might be a suburb thing. But that's just a matter of choice. And I think you can do both of those in town or OTP. So weather and culture.
Weather. So we love snow, but we also hate snow. We barely get it, but when we get it, we love it, but it needs to go the very next day. Also, our seasons are very...
4 season?
I don't think we really have 4 seasons. It literally goes from 90 degrees to 50 degrees.
It's temperamental for sure. So,
but then it can go back up to 90. So it fluctuates a lot. So, you know, be prepared when you come in. It's fun. One day you can be in the park. The next day you can be by your fire. So.
Yeah. And I think that for the culture, great people. I have to say that, you know, Ryan and I, we're very extroverted. We love to be out and about. We know that's not for everybody. We have clients that tell us constantly that that's not their thing. But I think that One of the things I also love is the rich history. Where Ryan and I live, we actually are a few blocks from the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr. So I just love the ability to walk amongst greatness that has happened, the paths that were paved. There's so much culture here. The food scene is really good. I think that, obviously we're known for our lemon pepper chicken wings. So wherever you can get those, we love a good chicken biscuit on a Saturday, but Italian's great. We have some amazing restaurants along, steakhouses along Buford Highway, Michelin star restaurants, also James Beard Award winners. So there's just a ton. Obviously we love food, so you can tell that that's kind of our thing. And the diverseness of it is great. So we really enjoy that. So relocating can be an incredible move if you do it right. Ryan, any advice?
Schedule a call with us. We need to figure kind of out what your lifestyle is going to look like. If school is important, or where your actual job is going to be. Do you want to live in that city? Do you want to commute into it? And also coming in and just touring the neighborhoods with us, because you're outsider. We're here. We're the specialists. We want to guide you through that process, and we're happy to do so.
Yeah, we're not buying t-shirt and shoes here, guys. This is a major investment. So we want to make sure that we're diving deep with you and giving you all of the things that could possibly make or break. We don't sell it when you just buy it. We don't want to sell it. We don't want you to love it when you buy it. We want you to love it when we sell it down the road too. And we want that experience in between to be fantastic. So if you're looking to make a move, or if you already relocated to Atlanta, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment about your experience or any other great things that you love about the city of Atlanta. Hope you're well. Live tall.